Special hello to all my fellow gift givers and holiday humbugs out there. Welcome back to McFly, my little corner on the internet where I just sit around here and talk about video games and stuff. Welcome to the official Christmas episode. I hope you're having a holly jolly one yourself. I couldn't find my Christmas hat, so I guess I had to be a Grinch instead. I figured this was fitting. But today it's time to gather around the digital fireplace, because we're going to talk about something just as unconventional as holiday fruitcake. Unofficial Christmas games. Now, I know the conversation comes up with movies. That's kind of what made me think about this style of video. And actually, it started with a viewing of Die Hard, so here I am.
Welcome to the party, pal!
So naturally, I went looking for an unofficial Christmas game, and I found that in Still Wakes the Deep. And that game is a classic example that not every festive gem comes wrapped in holiday packaging, especially when it's a survival horror. And in a sense, that's kind of the goal of this video. I want to take a look at some of the best unofficial Christmas games, and maybe we can nail down what truly makes an unofficial Christmas game. As always, thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, and let's get into it. First things first, I think we need to sit down and talk about what defines an unofficial Christmas game. I'm not talking about the titles that have Christmas plastered all over the box art. Instead, I'm talking about those games that embrace the holiday spirit through other means, whether it be snowy levels, jingle bells in the soundtrack, or maybe just a surprise cameo from Santa himself.
With your whiskey breath and your weird manner? You just scream Christmas spirit to me.
Of course, I do.
Whatever the case may be, I think we can throw it up to an opinion and what each personal preference thinks an unofficial Christmas game can be. And it's probably an added bonus if a game can come out in the dead of summer and still manage to slap you with a snowball of holiday vibes. And I thought of no better place to start than the one game based off the movie that originally strikes up this conversation. I'm talking about no other than the Die Hard Trilogy, more specifically the first Die Hard game, which we all know is the ultimate unofficial Christmas movie, right?
It's Christmas, Theo. It's the time of miracles, so be of good cheer and call me when you hit the last lock.
When it comes to the topic of unofficial Christmas movies, I've definitely had more about the topic of this movie than anything else. Running around Nakatomi Plaza while terrorists and snowflakes fall alike. Christmas enough for me. But surprising enough, this game really isn't based so much on the movie as it is its story structure. It's really just a run around and shoot 'em up. So at the end of the day, I'm not really sure if this falls under unofficial Christmas games. It's just based off the movie that strikes up the conversation. But still is a nostalgic play, I must say. And let's not forget about the elusive PlayStation classic Twisted Metal. Now, causing chaos with a vehicle may not be your traditional Christmas activity, but considering the first one takes place on Christmas Eve and also has Christmas themes, a few of the titles would even go one more further and embrace the Christmas spirit with a holiday-themed event called Holiday Havoc. It was your standard Twisted Metal fare as you're blowing up cars and fighting each other, but you're all doing the dirty Hot Wheels style in a very nice Christmas-themed living room. You could say it's the most wonderful time of year for chaos. Now, as we dive further into the unofficial Christmas game whole, we get to have some fun with it. Because then there are some games that don't always start out with the holiday cheer, but they like to sneak them into their levels. The first one that comes to my mind, and I like to remember, is Banjo Kazooie and the Freezeey Peak. I hope I said that right, it's been years, but it wasn't just a level. It was a sleigh ride through every childhood Christmas fantasy, and it surprised me the second I walked in. And this kind of harkens back to the beginning where I said if a game can come out not during the holiday season, but still hit with those vibes, and that is this level right here. Giant snowmen, sled races, even a polar bear with a gift-related grievance. It may not be the whole Banjo Kazooie game, but this level alone just screams Christmas, and you can't help but feel that holiday spirit. In this part of the episode, I kind of want to take a little stroll to the left here and take you down memory lane. Because sometimes a game feels like Christmas, not because of its setting, but because of the memories that we tie to it. Now I'm going to get a little personal for you, but Pokemon Blue version will always be a Christmas game to me. I unwrapped this for Christmas one year as a kid, and for anyone within the know, it was my first journey into the Kanto region, Pikachu and all, the battle through Brock, eventually leading to the Elite Four. It's games like these that remind us how nostalgia can turn a title into a festive classic. Again, this one was a little personal for me, and I would love to hear in the comments if anybody else has a similar situation like this with a game. It may not just be a Christmas game, but maybe every year you just have a feeling to play it because you have great memories of unwrapping and playing it on Christmas. And now I want to take us more into the modern day era, but not quite up to present day yet, for sometimes Christmas can also sneak into those nittier and grittier games. A great example I want to draw attention to is Batman Arkham Origins. This game does not get enough love, and that's probably because it's in an ocean of great other Arkham games. No, I'm not talking about Suicide Squad. We're just going to erase that from our memories right now. This game's entire story unfolds on Christmas Eve and eventually leading up to Christmas, and probably one of my favorite little moments from Alfred.
It's midnight, sir. I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. You too.
But with Gotham blanketed in snow and thugs wearing festive sweaters and hats, if you love Batman, if you love the whole mythos, this game's definitely going to check that box for one of the best Batman games ever, and also give you that holiday spirit you've been looking for. What I'm really trying to say is, who needs Christmas carols when you've got Batman decking the halls and breaking jaws? And then I also want to throw an added bonus in for Arkham City and the Calendar Man, because you can always go visit him on Christmas, and it's always a good time to hear him out.
Until Saint Nick caught him around the neck with a string of Christmas lights. I call that murder my Christmas special.
Time to usher in that self-loathing part of the holidays as we talk about the Ubisoft in the room. I want to talk about The Division, a game that really isn't about Christmas at all, but it loves to sprinkle in that holiday cheer. As you wander a desolate, snow-covered Manhattan with Christmas lights still flickering in abandoned storefronts, it's a haunting reminder of what could happen if Christmas goes sideways. But this game starts at the beginning of the holiday season, and for what some would consider the peak of corporate greed. To be honest, I don't remember the full premise. I just know it has to do with some kind of toxin and money, and it all happened on Black Friday. Which is kind of funny to think now because people don't really rush to the stores like this anymore, so it's kind of hard to believe that this situation would happen anymore. I guess they would have to put the toxin on everybody's keyboard, because they're all doing the internet shopping. I don't know, but let's move past Ubisoft. Now fast forward to today, and the tradition of unofficial Christmas games is still going pretty strong. Another game which I haven't played personally, but I couldn't help but deny it because looking into the research for this video, it just kept popping up. And I think I gotta play it because it looks pretty cool. But we have the Hitman series, and in one of the latest Hitman games, it lets you get festive with a holiday-themed assassination. And I'll tell you what, nothing warms the heart like a jolly Agent 47 in a Santa suit. How did he get that Santa suit? Well, that's up to you. And then there's Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I cannot deny. This is one of the best Christmas games as of late. And again, without plastering it everywhere. While the story's about heroism and family, it's also set in a snow-covered Harlem during Christmas. It's almost like a Hallmark movie, but cooler. And if you haven't played it yet, just play the first 20 minutes. I'm sure you'll be hooked, especially after going through the mall sequence.
Hey! You know you're ruining Christmas, right?
And of course, as I've said at the top of the episode, not everyone agrees on what counts as an unofficial Christmas game. I think we all have our own perspectives and what we can view it as. Some say it's all about the setting, while others insist it's about the vibe. But my take, if it makes you feel like decking the halls while dodging some bullets, it's fair game. I'm super simple with it. Me, I just need a couple Christmas trees and some twinkling lights, and I'll be set. I have a full review for Still Wakes the Deep coming up, but in short, this game was a great mix of survival horror with a little sprinkle of Christmas along the way. More specifically, there was this one room that they made you pass through several times throughout the game. And in that sense, it made it feel like a good book, and you would just slowly see this room get more and more twisted, but still have that Christmas feel. It was truly an experience to behold, and I definitely recommend Still Wakes the Deep. But there you have it. Unofficial Christmas video games are the holiday treats we didn't ask for, but they truly are the gifts that keep on giving. From snowy shootouts to Santa assassinations, they prove that Christmas can sneak into gaming in the most unexpected ways. But I gotta ask, which unofficial Christmas game tops your list? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. A like is appreciated, and until next time, stay frosty.
Happy birthday!